Hello everyone, I am Dr. Abha Kumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Nirmala College, Ranchi. Today we discuss inverse square law from dynamics. Now inverse square law or can be known as inverse square law also known as planetary motion. In this inverse square law, the first we see what is Newton's law of gravitation. So every particle of matter attract every other particle of matter with a force and is proportional to the product of the masses of two particles and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Then F equals to G into m1 m2 divided by r square, where m1 and m2 are the masses of the particle and r the distance between them, F the gravitational force of attraction, and G is gravitational constant. And here F equals to G into m1 m2 by r square is the gravitational force of attraction and is given by G into m1 into m2 divided by r square. So let's see a theorem based on this Newton's law of gravitation. So today the first theorem of Newton's square law is motion under inverse square law, and the statement of this theorem is a particle moves in a path so that its acceleration is always directed towards a fixed point. Here we have used a word a fixed point and is equal to mu by distance whole square to show that the path is a conic section. We have to show the path is a conic section and to distinguish between the three cases that arises. Here in this theorem, the three cases arises. The conic section will be parabola, hyperbola and ellipse, and we will see that the condition and under what condition the curve will be a parabola, hyperbola and ellipse. Now we know that the refer to the focus as pole, the pedal equation of the ellipse, parabola and hyperbola are b square by p square equals to 2a by r minus 1, p square equals to ar and b square by p square equals to a by r plus 1 respectively. We have put this equation number 4, 5 and 6. In case of the parabola, 4a is the length of the lattice rectum, and in case of the hyperbola, 2a and 2b are the length of the transverse and conjugate axis, while in the case of the ellipse, 2a and 2b are the length of the major and minor axis respectively. Since the equation 3 can be of any of the three form, and what this equation 3 is, so equation 3 is v square equal to h square by p square equals to 2 mu divided by r plus b. So now for the ellipse case 1, that is elliptic path, we compare this equation 3 with the equation 4. And by comparing this to equation, what we get here is, since here is b square by p square and here is your h square by p square, so we get h square by b square equals to mu divided by a, since 2 by r and 2 by r again common in both this equation, and equals to b divided by minus 1. Now solving this equation, we have h square equal to mu b square by a, and we are getting b equals to minus mu by a. Now putting this value again in equation number 3, and equation number 3 is again we have v square equal to h square by p square 2 mu divided by r plus b. So putting in this value, we have v square equals to mu b square by a into 1 by p square and equals to 2 mu by r minus mu by a. In place of b, we have put it minus mu by a. And this implies v square equals to mu b square by a p square equals to mu 2 by r minus 1 by a. And here v square is less than 2 mu by r. Now we will see the second case. Second case is the parabolic path. Since the equation number 3 and the equation number 5 we have v square equal to h square by p square equals to 2 mu by r plus b, and from 5 we have p square equals to ar, and since there is no term, so we have put it here 0. So this is equation number 5. Now comparing both this equation, what we get here is h square by 1 equals to 2 mu by 1 by a equals to b by 0, and from this equation we get h square equals to 2 mu a and b equals to 0, and therefore v square equals to 2 mu by r, and hence v square equals to 2 mu by r. Since there is no part plus or minus with mu, that's why we have v square equals to 2 mu by r in case of parabola. Now the case 3, hyperbolic path. Again from 3 and 5 we have v square equal to h square by p square equals to 2 mu by r plus b, and b square by p square equals to 2a by r plus 1. Now comparing both these two equations, we are having h square by b square equals to mu by a equals to b by 1. Now first two terms, from first two term we have h square equals to mu b square by a, and second and last term we have b equals to mu by a. Now putting this value in equation number 3, that is this one, in this equation we have in 3 we have v square equals to mu b square by pa equals to 2 mu by r plus mu by a, and therefore v square equals to mu 2 by r plus 1 by a, and therefore v square here is greater than 2 mu by r. So we see that in the case of the ellipse we have v square less than 2 mu by r. In the case of parabola we have v square equals to 2 mu by r, and in case of hyperbola we have v square greater than 2 mu by r. Thus from the above three cases we conclude that the equation 1 always represents a conic section whose focus is referred to the center of force. Here we know that in the case of elliptic path, h square equals to mu b square by a, which is equals to mu l. In case of parabolic path, h square equals to 2 mu a, which is equals to mu l. In case of hyperbolic path, h square equals to mu l. Thus in all the cases, h equals to root over mu l, and where l is the lattice rectum. Thank you.